Welcome to the KZGN News. Today we'll bring you news about a meeting of the City Council concerning the new Groundwater Sustainability Agency, news from Senator Gene Fuller going to Washington, details of the China Lake Open House this Saturday, today's KZGN Talking Points editorial, weather, sports, and much more.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyokern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News Crew.
Hello, I'm Tom Wendick. Thanks for joining us for the news affecting Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley. Most important is we are reminding everyone that tomorrow evening is a very important news about the proposed Groundwater Sustainability Agency. The Council will discuss approval of a letter of intent to participate in the GSA with Kern County. This is a letter of intent that the city will send to the county that they plan on being a part of the new GSA. The staff report provides the following information. The Sustainable Groundwater Management Act established a new structure for managing California's groundwater resources at a local level by local agencies. The SGMA requires that by June 30th of 2017, the formation of a locally controlled groundwater sustainability agencies in the state's priority groundwater basins and subbasins. Per the SGMA, a GSA shall develop and implement a groundwater sustainability plan to meet the sustainability goal of the basin to ensure that it's operating within its sustainable yield without causing undesirable results. In addressing the need to form a GSA, the Board of Supervisors of the County of Kern, in a letter dated September 22nd, requested that the City of Ridgecrest express an interest in participating in the proposed GSA. Specifically, the Board requested that the City indicate its intended role in the GSA. As an eligible agency for inclusion in the GSA, the City can be involved in the initiation and formation of the GSA, as well as be an active member. Because of the importance of water to the City and the entire Indian Wells Valley, the City must seriously contemplate its role. Of course, the City will be taking public input on this issue. So, if anyone has a position or comment on this topic, this would be a good time to present it to the Council. Again, the meeting is Wednesday evening at 6 o'clock. Senate Republican leader Gene Fuller will be in Washington, D.C. this week for a series of meetings with federal agency representatives and congressional leaders. Senator Fuller has coordinated several key briefings on pressing issues, including transportation infrastructure, the continuing drought, and strategies for maintaining California's competitiveness in innovation and technology. Among her scheduled events, she will be meeting with the Deputy Secretary of the Interior for an update on federal agency plans to address upcoming El Niño storms. This meeting follows a recent letter sent by Senator Fuller and her Republican colleagues to President Obama and Governor Brown urging steps to be taken to prepare for El Niño. Senator Fuller will also visit House Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy and members of the Republican congressional delegation from California. Leading up to this event-filled weekend Petroglyph Festival, every evening this week we'll give details on the events. Tonight, here's more details of the China Lake Open House set for this Saturday. The public is invited to Community Day, November 7th, at the Naval Air Weapons Station, China Lake. There will be special presentations by VX-9, VX-31, and EOD, aircraft, unmanned aerial vehicles, robots, and a variety of other facets of China Lake technology will be available for view during Community Day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It will be held at Armitage Field. Community Day was established to thank the local communities for their support, said Commanding Officer Captain Richard Wiley. For the past couple of years, it was held on Blandy Street. Since aircraft play such an important part to the base, I felt it would be more appropriate and user-friendly to host the event at Armitage Field. Food and drinks will be available for purchase. There will also be a kids zone available for a small fee. In addition, guests will be able to enjoy the third annual Sidewinder Classic Car Show, From the Fleet to the Street, it's called. Sandquist Gate will be open to the public at 9:45 a.m. and will close to incoming traffic at 3 p.m. Drivers will need a valid driver's license for vehicular entrance, and all guests 16 years of age or older will need a picture ID. To get to the Sandquist Gate, go north on China Lake Boulevard and pass the Inyokern Road intersection. From Inyokern Road going east, turn left at the Inyokern Road and China Lake Boulevard intersection. Signs will be posted. As with any military installations, vehicles and paraphernalia are subject to search. The following items are prohibited: large camera equipment, oversized camera bags, oversized purses larger than 1 cubic foot, alcohol, glass, pets, weapons of any kind, mace, illegal drugs or paraphernalia, including medical marijuana, flammable liquids, fireworks, scooters, bicycles, skateboards, and gang-related clothing, etc. Personnel found with prohibited items may be asked to leave the premises. Items which will be allowed include folding or camping chairs, water, and child care needs. This is just one event that is occurring in the Ridgecrest area this weekend. Participants may also want to check out the events being held at the 2nd Annual Petroglyph Festival taking place in Ridgecrest. What a great weekend we have coming. Now we have a story submitted by KZGN field reporter Tanya Pyle from Sacramento. The California Department of Public Health Director and State Public Health Officer Dr. Karen Smith warns consumers about the risks associated with wearing decorative contact lenses without proper consultation with an eye care professional. Decorative contact lenses do not correct vision and are intended to temporarily change the appearance and color of the iris of the eye. Use of these lenses can carry serious risks, including permanent eye injury that may lead to blindness. Advertised as color, cosmetic, fashion, or theatrical contact lenses, they have been especially popular. These decorative contact lenses are typically sold at beauty supply, novelty, and boutique stores. While stores in Ridgecrest area have sold these costume decorative lenses in the past, they have told KZGN they no longer carry the lenses due to the present California Department of Public Health warning. Only decorative contact lenses currently approved or cleared under the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act are classified as prescription medical devices, and therefore only these lenses may be sold and only by prescription of a licensed practitioner. Wearing any kind of contact lens, including decorative lenses, can cause serious injury if not used correctly. The risks include infection, ulcers, decreased vision, cuts or scratches to the surface of the eye, itchiness or redness. If these conditions are left untreated, the injuries can progress rapidly. In most severe cases, blindness and eye loss can occur. Consumers who have experienced any injury or illness with decorative contact lenses should contact their healthcare provider or contact the State Department at 1-800-495-3232. Now stay with us for today's KZGN Talking Points editorial when we come back. Thanks for staying with us. Now it's time for the 91st KZGN News Talking Points editorial. Here's today's topic. Important. The Council will discuss the new state-mandated groundwater sustainability agency Wednesday evening. Yes, you heard me right. The Council is going to start discussing this GSA agency tomorrow evening. As reported in yesterday's regular news segment, the City Council will hold its first official discussion of the new GSA tomorrow evening at the regular council meeting. It would be very smart that everyone with thoughts about this new agency attend this meeting. The Council may stress the agenda item is only consideration of whether the city should send a letter of intent to join the county in the establishment of this new GSA. It is also an opportunity for the Council to start hearing from us our thoughts about the new agency. There will be time for public comment. The Council should relish the opportunity to hear from the people on this important matter. After all, how can they represent us if they don't take the time to hear us? And to all of you, it's not too early to start telling the Council your thoughts on the setup of this new agency. I encourage all Valley residents to attend the meeting, not just city residents. Here's my suggestion. Along with the Council notifying the county that they will participate in this new agency, they should start setting a true course for that to happen. My suggestion is that we start having public meetings real soon, just to discuss this one issue. A town hall would be great. Notify the people of these meetings. Open them up to the people for comment. Open the meetings up to us. We want to also start hearing your thoughts on this as well. I recommend that County Supervisor Mick Leeson, Mayor Breeden, and one of the elected board members from the Water District start leading the way. Step up. Start making this a decision we can all participate in. I'm not saying these three would be the whole new agency. I know others will join the agency as this comes to being actually set up. but they are sure to be voting members in it ultimately. If they want to add more people to the startup group, that's okay too. At least these 3 people are elected individuals, elected by us in the Indian Wells Valley. Someone has to lead. Those 3 can step up, set a date, and let's start talking about this new agency. Let's start addressing the questions on this. I want to start hearing our elected officials take a position on this. It's not too soon to start having meetings. It's almost too late. There is a long way to go to get this agency set up. And to the people out there, don't think that if you're on your own well, or already a customer in the water district, that this GSA won't affect you. I guarantee you, every resident in the valley will be affected by this new agency. But for tomorrow's council meeting, I would recommend comments and questions should probably be limited to the particulars to whether the city should participate and about setting up this new agency, not about the actual planning to correct the water problem. We need to go one step at a time. At the public meeting about a week and a half ago, the first questions asked and that need to be discussed are, how will the people that serve on the board be selected? Will these people be elected or appointed? Public comments show the public is advocating for elected board, not appointed. If they were appointed by, say, the county supervisors, they would not be answerable to the people here. We need to have people on the board elected by the people of the Indian Wells Valley. Another question was, will they have taxing authority? Not exactly. That's a play on words. They will have fee authority. While most people don't see any difference, they are set under certain rules. But nevertheless, there will be fees coming. I guarantee that. Another question, what will it cost to run this new agency? No one knows that yet, but rest assured that there will probably be a manager, a secretary, attorney, maybe contractor support, facilities, etc. It won't be cheap. Who will have to pay for it? That's easy. We will pay for it. And one big question I posed at the meeting was, where will this new agency be based? As far as many are concerned, if this agency's purpose is to provide management of the water basin in the Indian Wells Valley, the agency better be based in the Indian Wells Valley, not in some distant location like Bakersfield or Sacramento. The right thing to do is to base it here. This board must be easily accessible to the people it will have authority over. Housing them in City Hall would be beneficial, and there's plenty of room for them in that building. We need the agency to be based here. The decisions they make can change the way we use our lands and what we pay for water. Transparency is very important. There is so much potential impact to us that this is going to be a very important subject in the very near future. One final comment I need to add is that thanks goes out to the county for all the time and money they have spent getting us to this point. The county also has another agency on the west side that is going to be set up as well. They have gotten the ball rolling, and thanks to Mick for getting this as far as it has come so far. But now it's time for our local representatives to start getting involved. It's time for us to get involved. It's time for everyone in the valley to come together and work together. In conclusion, the City Council will eventually be participating on this new GSA, and they need to start hearing our thoughts on this important issue. Supervisor Gleason, Mayor Breeden, and a Water Board member need to step up and lead on our behalf. We've got questions and we want answers. First being, does everyone agree that this new agency will be based in the Indian Wells Valley? The answer has to be yes, it will be based here. I'm Tom Winnick, and that's what I think. I'd like to know what you think. If you have any comments about this editorial or would like to discuss or recommend a topic, I'd like to hear from you. Please email them to info@kzgn.net. Now stay tuned for weather and sports when we come back. Thanks for staying with us. Let's go to Lane for the weather.
Thank you, Tom. From the National Weather Service, a strong area of low pressure will bring strong winds along with rain and mountain snow to parts of the western U.S., including the Great Basin and the Rockies on Tuesday. Snowfall totals could exceed a foot at elevations above 7,000 feet. Meanwhile, moderate to heavy rainfall is expected across parts of the Carolinas and Georgia. Temperatures across the nation: Carolinas at 67, Georgia at 67, Arkansas at 65, Northern Texas at 76, Arizona at 80, and Los Angeles at 64. For us locally, tonight, a 20% chance of showers, partly cloudy with a low around 47, west-southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 55, south-southwest wind 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low around 42, northwest wind 5 miles per hour. Thursday, mostly sunny with a high near 57, northwest wind 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, partly cloudy with a low around 42, north-northwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Friday, sunny with a high near 63, northwest wind around 5 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear with a low around 43, north-northwest wind 10 miles per hour. And Saturday, sunny with a high near 66, north-northwest wind 5 miles per hour. And that is your forecast for the IWV. Now back to Tom.
Thanks, Lane. Now Tom Heck with sports.
And a very pleasant Tuesday evening to everyone. Monday Night Football, the Panthers remain undefeated. They're 7-0. They beat Indianapolis 29-26. They are now one of the only defeated teams in the NFL. They and the very tough Denver Broncos who beat on Sunday night the Green Bay Packers decisively. Boy, the Denver Broncos looked awfully good on Sunday. All right, the Kings, the LA Kings, it's hockey season again. They drop a 4-2 decision in Chicago to the Blackhawks last night. From the NBA, the Clippers. The Clips come up with a nice win against the Suns. And tonight, the Lakers will try to win their first game of the year. They'll take on Denver at Staples Center. The Lakers off to an 0-3 start. Winners last night from the NBA, the Cavaliers, the Bucks. Bucks got their first win of the year. They beat New Jersey, who is still winless. They're 0-4 now. The Spurs, the Rockets, and Golden State all get wins. Stephon Curry poured in 53 points the other night. Amazing. All right. One of the teams that could be one of our local teams next year, the San Diego Chargers, soon to be maybe the LA Chargers. They they're looking for a win on Monday night. They will play the Chicago Bears in San Diego. The Chargers have lost 4 straight games. They have just not got a lot of luck lately. And then the Raiders, another team that just could possibly be in LA next year. They beat the Jets on Sunday. The Raiders are off to a 4-3 start, a very good start for them. All right, USC playing good football. They take on Arizona this week in the Coliseum. All right, today in Kansas City, the big parade, a 2-mile parade to honor the world champion Kansas City Royals. They overcame a 2-0 deficit in the ninth inning like they've done all season. In 7 games in the playoffs, they came back from deficits to win ball games. They won 7-2 on Sunday night, as everybody knows. And they will have a hour-and-a-half parade today in Kansas City to honor the Royals. Don't you like it after a team wins a World Series when there's no violence? They had a nice gathering out on the street. Nobody got hurt. No cars got burnt. No cars got pushed over. There was no looting. It was just everybody being friendly and congratulating the Royals. Way to go, City of Kansas City. You're a good example for the rest of us out there that don't know how to celebrate after their team wins. All right, let's take a look at Burroughs football. Big game Friday night at Serrano. Serrano undefeated in league. Burroughs, if they can win it, would get a tie for first place in the league. If they lose a football game, they'll be number 3 in the league. Regardless, Burroughs will be in the playoffs a week from Friday. You can catch Todd Mather on Thursday night. He'll be talking about that game on 12:40 a.m. And the Burroughs volleyball team last night dropped a very tough, heartbreaking match to Sultana. It lasted 5 games. Teams played best of 5. This one was decided in the very last game, and the Burroughs now find themselves probably out of the playoffs, although not for sure. They could get a wild card at-large team. Let's hope so. They've had a good year this season. That's your sports for this Tuesday evening. I'm Tom Heck for KZGN.
So that's the news for today. All of us at KZGN-TV know you have a choice in what you watch for your news. We all thank you for choosing KZGN-TV, Ridgecrest's only locally owned community TV station. Now stay tuned for a Ridgecrest Talk coming up next.